This is Matt Free in Two Boxing. Delighted to be joined by the one and only Josh Kelly. Josh, before we crack on and get through this, how are we? Things all good?
Good, brother. Everything's good. Everything's good. Got the fight cut on. It's getting locked in now, so it's time to get a little bit serious.
Yeah, I was going to say last time I saw you, yeah, a lot longer than that.
Yeah, bro. I've got the buzz cut. Not got in my eyes. Got no distractions now.
Proper army look.
Yeah, too right.
Before we come on to your fight, which obviously is the return of you and the start of obviously a new chapter in your career, I wanted to get your opinion on the fight that's just gone, Tyson Fury versus Dillian Whyte, and get your opinion on it. I take it you watched it or saw the highlights of it?
Yeah, bro. I did.
Oh, you were there, weren't you?
No, I wasn't there, but I saw the highlights. I was going to attend, but I had some things on, so I couldn't. But yeah, I actually watched the fight and seen the highlights after as well.
What did you make of it? Any surprises from your end? I know a lot of people had Tyson heavily favoured going into the fight, but it was a devastating knockout. What did you make of it?
I thought Dillian would come out a little bit faster. I was surprised he come out southpaw. That was a big surprise. I was like, wow. So they did try and throw things off. Obviously, the shot you don't see comes, the shot you get out with. So Tyson sort of just slipped that up, cut in beautifully, and obviously that was it. Heavyweight boxing, mate. It's the shot you don't see coming's gonna hurt you, and these guys can eat like horses. So
immediately after the fight, obviously everyone was talking about how good the punch was, but there were a lot of people saying it was a push. And he does obviously try and get him off it, but what did you make of that? Was that just sort of a natural reaction to him? Because obviously after he hit him, Dillian was slightly leaning forward, or do you make
so? I think that was more of a natural reaction than an actual push. I don't think it was like an intentional push. I think it just happened to fall in, and that's what happened. And, I mean, the punch did the damage, and then everything else sort of it cleared out the way it did. But I think it's just boxing, mate. Like, if he falls into you, sometimes you shut them off a little bit and you get that. Yeah.
And just one more fight I want to get your opinion on. This weekend, the biggest fight in female boxing history, Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano, Madison Square Garden in that big arena. You got an opinion on that fight and how that one will play out?
I mean, I'd love to see Katie obviously get the dub. I think she's a great advocate for women's sport, and obviously I'm backing her. But it's a tough fight. That Amanda Serrano's not going to lay it down, and it's a pick and fight. I think Katie uses her boxing skills and her speed, then I think she should come out the winner.
Yeah, it should be a good fight. I'm really looking forward to that. Let's come on to you. I saw you in London. You seemed like your old self. You looked in good shape then. In good shape today as well. How's everything going in your preparation? Are you feeling good physically, mentally?
Yeah, bro. Physically and mentally, I'm probably in some. It's a cliche because everyone always goes, "Oh, I'm the best I've ever been. I'm the best I've ever been." So, to be honest, mate, I can just say what's going to happen on fight night is going to happen on fight night. You see what I've been putting in, the work I've been putting in, and the way I am mentally. It's going to be. It's more going to be a night to enjoy, mate. A night to enjoy for everybody. Can't wait.
Now you've been out of the ring for a while now. How much are you looking forward to sort of putting on a bit of a show? Because you are flashy, you are flamboyant in that ring. You let your skills do the talking. But how much have you missed going out there and putting on a show for the fans?
Yeah, mate. I love it. I mean, it's what they come to pay for. If the guy's boring and doesn't go out there and doesn't do anything, you're not going to really watch him. You're not going to pay attention. So, I mean, my style in the ring doesn't sort of correlate this to me outside the ring. I'm more of a lay low sort of guy outside the ring. I like family time, and I hold people closely to myself. I've only got a few I really trust with my time, but yeah, in the ring, bro, you got to switch that character switch. It's got to come on, and that's what I do. I switch that on, bro, and I go in and I put a show on, and I just turn it a different character. Just going in, turn that ego switch on. You got to be selfish and egotistic to win in boxing. So I feel as I do that. I do that well in the ring when I'm in the right headspace to do so.
Do you feel now that this is almost like a new chapter in your career? Obviously, signing with Wasserman, going on the Channel 5. Do you feel like this is a bit of a page turned and that you're sort of a bit more revitalised for this part of your career?
I feel more experienced. I feel like, well, obviously I am more experienced, but everything's like, yeah, I feel like, I mean, I've did what I've had to do. I come through, I got the hype and everything, and yeah, I wasn't never in the hype. I was always just in myself anyway. So, I've just come through. I've come through it, like, and just end of the day, it's a boxing match, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? I've been in plenty, an amateur over 150. I've been in plenty, like, no, not plenty of pro. I've been in plenty gyms as a pro, etc., and did the rounds. But like, well, I've had 12 fights as a pro, so I'm still a baby in the game, really, and I'm only just turning. So I haven't been in any proper tough fights. So it's like I'm fresh. Yeah, I'm fresh. And who knows, you know what I mean? I believe in myself 100%. And if you don't, then you're not in the right sport. But yeah, I believe in myself 100%. And I'm enjoying this part of my next part of my career, mate, because it's a fucking, it's, sorry for swearing. I don't like to swear too much in these interviews, but yeah, it's one of them, mate. Like, it's going to be big. I believe it's going to be big.
You mentioned, I think, in London when we last spoke that you were willing to sort of go between the weights depending on how big the fight was. Is that still your plan? Are you still planning on just seeing how you feel at the weight on fight night, and whatever presents itself, you'll sort of take a look at the risk and reward and decide what you want to do, whether you move up or down?
100%. I'm feeling good and strong, and I'm feeling fit and fast. I took welterweight, so you never know. It could be the way I settle in. I could end up chuck myself back down to welterweight. It's one of them. I've got a little bit of a. I've got a choice in it. If there's big fights down there, then why not? If there's big fights at super welterweight, then why not stay here? So feeling good, mate. Mentally, he's in a good place, and that's where I need to be.
What do you do away from boxing? How do you sort of switch off? Have you got any sort of have you got any sort of other interests, any business interests, ventures, like other things that you get stuck into?
I play a lot of golf. Obviously, I've got BWR, which is a massive part of me as well, bro. Like, golf and BWR is basically what I do outside the gym. Like, I'd say to the missus, like, I'm gonna try and play golf after this. She goes, you've spent enough time in that gym. You're not spending any more time on the golf course, so there's no time for that. But I like around the golf, and obviously BWR, the burgers, wings and moves. I'm in with like the restaurant side, bro. The fast food business is flying.
Yeah.
Best takeaway in South London. So in South England. So it's huge, bro. Like, we got the best takeaway awards in the Just Eat competition. It's massive. Like,
where's it based? South London.
We've got a big thing happening soon, very soon. We're on a cusp of something huge, but like, this will be taking place literally in the next few weeks. I think it's going to be huge, so everyone will get to know about it. But at the time being, we've got 3 in the based around Essex area, so like Ipswich, Colchester, Harwich. But yeah, this next part is going to be massive. So that's an exciting part, mate. Seems all this year there's just positives. I'm just flying, just attracting all the goodness into my life, lads. So I feel good, man.
Absolutely. What made you get into that business then? Outside of boxing, like fast food and stuff. It's
eating food, don't we? You can't. When you're outside of boxing, what do you like to do? Some people like to do whatever. Listen, I have a little bit of food now and again, but I won't be touching any of that until my career's over. This side of my career now, no chance. Got to keep myself on tip-top shape. But yeah, I'm interested in growing. Like, it was obviously me and a friend we're close, and seeing the potential and growing something from nothing to then being able to achieve something along the lines of this is quite like, it gives you a different satisfaction. There's a different fulfillment you get from it. Like, in boxing, you get fulfillment. This is in business you do as well. So it's good, mate. The journey's been like a little bit like this, but we're now starting to head up, and I think we're just going to keep going up. So that's a prediction, anyways.
How conscious are you? A lot of fighters talk about what they're going to do sort of after the career's done, whether they go into coaching, commentating, analytical roles and stuff like that. Is that something you're quite conscious of? Like, once, because boxing's a short career, like once that's done, are you thinking, what's my long term? What's my bread and butter once that's done, so to speak?
You got me. I believe that the end of my career, I'll be able to live off the big fights I'm gonna have potentially in my career. I feel like I'm that sort of guy. But like you have to, yeah, like I says on another interview, well, you don't know if you're gonna walk out and get hit by a car or a bus or nothing is promised for none of us, bro. So you have to sort of, I've got family, 2 kids. I have to sort of preempt and I have to sort of put in place things for them in the future and for myself in the future. So an injury could happen, anything, God willing, it doesn't. But that's what I'm saying. It's such a life's such a short run, so you just got to give it your best. So if I can get involved in as many things as I can, bro, and enjoy it while I'm doing it, why not?
Absolutely. What's your golf handicap like? You doing all right?
I'm all right, I'm all right. So listen, I'm between on the EG I'm at 10.6, but I'm definitely like I'm more of a 12.
Shaking his head.
I'm more of a 12. Listen, the day I played off 12, I did all right. The day I played off 12, I went and had a round day. It was my day off, so I played off 12 and played a lovely course to Berkshire, and I've shot 13 over. So there and thereabouts, do you know what I mean? Which is not bad. I mean, for me, I'm not, especially when you're training, you haven't got the feel for the golf, so you just go down, you're knackered, you're hungry. All the lads having a beer, you're out there trying to keep yourself right. Do you know what I mean? So it's them. I love it though. I love the competition. It's good competition.
Yeah, I think it's the most frustrating game I've ever played. I don't not many sports that get me so angry, but even just having a knock with your mates, honestly, I could have smashed so many golf clubs walking around that course.
It's good mindset, mate. It's good for the mindset. You think about it. You get it with a shot in boxing. A lot of people hold on to that shot and go, "Fucking, why I've been hit with that?" This is that. But it just learns you to let go, because in golf, if you do that, mate, it just a compound interest effect just goes bang, 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 and then you're not it. While you just need to learn to forget about it and move on, mate. And it does frustrate you though. You do get that horrible feeling in your stomach where you want to just throw your clubs at somebody, maybe.
I think I have that many bad shots. It's just difficult to forget. It's just one after the other, fucking rattling them off, and I'm like thinking, why have I bothered? There's another 17 holes to go here. Like,
you buy yourself a brand new set of balls, lad. Brand new sleeve of Pro V's. You've paid 15 quid for them at the pro shop, and you're confident you're not losing one, right? And on the first hole, you put 3 into the water, and now you're on little Dunlops you've got in your bag, and you're no fine fight. You're like, what? I'm like, going buying these Pro V's at the golf shop. I don't find fat, I'm gonna lose the majority of them. So what am I doing, lad? You know what I mean? It's
all the gear, no idea. Talk to me about where you currently fit in the boxing scene then, and how far you feel you are off going to world level again. Obviously, everyone talks about the loss and stuff like that, and we know how good Avenesian is, but how far do you feel you are off that? Are you just wanting to see this year out and keep as active as possible, get yourself back into the swing of things, and then start looking and knocking on the door for them big fights?
I think that could be a good idea. I'm a boxer trick, so if a fight gets offered, I'm not a type. If it makes sense, I'm not a type to turn it down. Mm-hmm. So, like, yeah, I think busy is the main aim this year. Being busy, and then we are like I've boxed the like last few fights at fringe world level. I mean, I boxed Carlos Molina in my 5th fight, I think it was.
Yeah.
5th fight. That's that, and he was like a well experienced. He was like only 32 or 33 at the time as well. So he was still decent. So, I mean, he obviously getting on in his career, but still a load of experience. So I think I've operated at that sort of level. So I want to just be busy. Just be busy. That's my target this year.
When you look at these big names that are sort of hanging around and them sort of carrots that you look at and think, you know what, I could deal with them. Is there any particular names? I know in London you weren't particularly keen on saying, look, before I start calling on these names, I need to start getting wins on the board and back in. But do you look at some of the names and just think, you know what, I want him or him in the next sort of year or so?
It is. I wouldn't mind a big stadium fight. That's Sunderland. Yeah. Me and Lewis Richard. But Richard's not like it. Obviously, I'd have to go to welterweight and you have to come up. Well, there might be a cat. That'd be huge at me.
That'd be amazing for you guys, especially in that neck of the woods.
It's huge. Like it's a do a return. You go away there and home. Do you know what I mean? You could have 2. It's ridiculous. That'll be huge. I'd love to fight at the stadium or bring a crowd over to St James's to box him. That'd be great.
Yeah, that'd be mad. That it was a proper fight. That, especially, I'm gonna say, we had the pleasure of going to Newcastle for the and it was unbelievable crowd and atmosphere.
Imagine that in a stadium with like 50,000 people there.
Yeah, big mega. You never know. Stranger things happened. You look in a couple of years' time and it builds up.
It's just Sunderland. Newcastle. We haven't had a derby in years. So football fans alone will be, will just be like all over it. So just makes sense, mate. I think it makes total sense.
100%. Right. Just before you go, let the fans know what can they expect when they tune in to see Josh Kelly on this last show. What can they expect?
Night to enjoy. Don't get too frustrated at your telly when I got my hands down and whatever else. But listen, I'll do what I've got to do to get the win, and that's all I can say. As long as I come out and I'm happy with my performance, then I'm happy. I want to entertain and hope everyone enjoys. I hope everyone enjoys it, because that's what they're watching for.
Absolutely, the pretty boy's back. Look, Josh, thanks for talking to Into Boxing. We'll catch up. I think we're going to be there on fight night as well, and we'll catch up in that fight week.
Lovely, my man. Thank you, Bo. Cheers.
Anytime. Appreciate it.